Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Radvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, in today's video we will start reading with our second chapter from the book Honeydew. The name of the chapter is The Tsunami, and I am very much sure that you all are aware with this term, that is tsunami. In your geography books also you have read about what tsunami means. So students, tsunami means that when in sea there are very big, very giant sea waves arise because of some movements that are there under the surface of the earth, right? And because of those giant waves, a lot of destruction, very huge destruction is caused. Okay, so such natural calamity is known as a tsunami, and in this chapter 2, that is the tsunami, we will read some stories related with tsunami. Okay, so now let's begin our chapter. First of all, before you read, so before starting reading the chapter, let's get some idea. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. So now first of all, what tsunami means, that is given to us. So now let's read what tsunami is. Tsunami is a very large and powerful wave, okay, and that powerful wave is caused by earthquakes. So we can say because of some movements that are there under the sea, that are there under the surface of earth. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, so such tsunami was there on 26 December 2004, and that tsunami hit Thailand and some parts of India like Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, and this was a very huge tsunami that was there on 26 December 2004, and a very huge destruction was caused because of this tsunami. Here are some stories of courage and survival, and in this chapter we will read some stories of courage and survival during that tsunami. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? And now we are having this question in front of us. The question is that animals, are they having a power, are they having this kind of sense that they can realize, they can feel that a tsunami is coming? So this is the question. Some stories suggest that they did, and yes, we are having some stories that actually suggest, that actually prove that yes, animals always they can sense, always they can feel that tsunami is about to come. Okay, and in this chapter we will also read such stories, and we will read some other stories about courage and survival. So now let's begin with our part 1 of the chapter. So this is part 1. Let's read. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. So all the stories that we will read in this part 1, those stories are from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. So we all know Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and what archipelago means? Archipelago means group of islands. So students, in this picture you all can see this is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this part is known as Andaman Island and all these are Nicobar Island, and here you can see there are so many groups of small island, and all this entire group is known as Andaman Islands, and this entire group is known as Nicobar Island. And in Nicobar Island also you can see there are so many small islands. Okay, so Andaman Islands is a group of so many small islands. Similarly, Nicobar Island also a group, a common name for so many small islands. Okay, so all the stories that we will read under our part 1, those stories are from Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachchal. So first character of our story is Ignatius. So who was this person? He was the manager of a cooperative society where in Kachchal. So where Kachchal is, students, in this picture you all can see this is Kachchal. Okay, this particular island that is here, this island is known as Kachchal, and this island is a part of Nicobar Islands. Okay, so this was the person Ignatius. He was the manager of a cooperative society and he used to live in Kachchal Island. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Now what happened? When it was 6 in the morning, at that time the wife of Ignatius, she woke him up. Why? Because she felt an earthquake. Okay, so it was 6 in the morning, and at that time the wife of Ignatius, she felt some movement, she felt some shakes, and she was able to realize that earthquake was there, and because of that reason she woke him up. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. So now finally Ignatius, when he woke up, and he also agreed with this thing that yes, earthquake was there. So what did he do? First of all, very carefully he took his television set off its table, and then he put his television set down on the ground. Why? So that it would not fall and break. So this was the first thing that he did in a very careful manner. First of all, he took care about his television set, he put it down on the ground, okay, because of the shakes that were there, because of the earthquake, that television set, it might fall, it might break. So for that, Ignatius, first of all, he put it down on the ground. Then the family rushed out of the house, and after that the entire family of Ignatius, they all rushed out of the house, because this is a very common thing. You also know about this thing, that whenever there is some earthquake, whenever some shakes are there, if we are able to realize, if we are able to feel that earthquake is there, so first thing that we always should do is to rush out of the house, okay. So the same thing they did, they all rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. After some time, tremors means the shakes. So when earthquake is there, so we all can feel some shakes. But finally, when the shakes they stopped, when the tremors they all stopped, then they all saw that you know, the sea, it was rising. So what it means? It means in the sea they all were able to see very big, very huge, very giant waves, okay. So the sea level tha, it was rising, it was going higher and higher. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. So now, because the sea was rising, and in this picture you all can see this image, and now after seeing this picture you can imagine कि जो tsunami होती है, how dangerous it is, because you can see that you know, जो सी वेव्स है वो कितनी हाई है, कितनी बिग, कितनी जाइंट सी वेव्स होती हैं, ओके. सो सच काइंड ऑफ वेव्स वर देयर इन द सी एट दैट टाइम, एंड व्हेन इग्निशियस एंड हिज एंटायर फैमिली, व्हेन दे सॉ दैट सी इज राइजिंग, सच जाइंट वेव्स आर देयर इन द सी, सो ऑब्वियसली they all were very much worried, they all were very much afraid, and there was a lot of chaos and confusion was there. So what chaos means? Chaos means a disorder, or we can say very puzzled situation. So now everyone was so puzzled, everyone was so confused, and they were having no idea that what is going on, because you know, earthquake was there and sea was rising, so such a huge and giant waves were there in the sea. So obviously we can imagine that there was a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion was there, and because of that confusion, two of his children, they caught hold of hands of their mother's father and mother's brother. It means mother's father कौन होते हैं? उनके mother के father, it means उन बच्चों के जो नाना थे, and mother's brother means उनके जो मामा थे. So two of his children, they caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother, and then they rushed in the opposite direction. It means जिस direction में Ignatius he was going, उसके opposite direction में you know वो लोग चले गए थे, because yes, there was a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos was there, and all the people, they were so much worried, they were running here and there, and in that confusion, in that crowd, two of his children, they went with their mother's father and mother's brother in the opposite direction from Ignatius. He never saw them again. So now this is very sad that Ignatius never ever he saw them again. So what it means? It means his two children along with their Nana and Mama, they all died because of that tsunami. Never ever again Ignatius he was able to see all of them. His wife was also swept away. So now one more casualty was there. His wife, she was also swept away in those huge, in those giant waves. Only the three other children who came with him were saved, and in his family only three other children were saved, and these were those children who came with him. It means जिस डायरेक्शन में इग्निशियस जा रहा था उस डायरेक्शन में he was able to take three of his children. So those three children and Ignatius, they were safe, but you know, he has lost his wife, he has lost two of his children. Okay, so because of this tsunami, now Ignatius he was safe, he was having three of his children, but he has lost his wife, he has lost two of his children, and he has lost his children's mama and his children's Nana. So this was the casualty that Ignatius he faced during that tsunami. Clear? Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kathal island of the Nicobar group of islands. Now we are having another story of tsunami. So now this story is about Sanjeev. So who is Sanjeev? Sanjeev was a policeman, clear, and he was serving in the Kathal island of the Nicobar group of islands that we have seen in the picture also, that Kathal island, it is a part of the Nicobar group of island, and Sanjeev he was a policeman and he was serving there in that island. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. So now finally when tsunami was there, when such huge and giant waves were there, so Sanjeev somehow he managed, somehow he was able to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter. So in Sanjeev's family he was having his wife and they were having a baby daughter, a little daughter. So Sanjeev somehow he managed, somehow he was able to save himself, his wife and his daughter from the waves, from the tsunami. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. So finally Sanjeev was safe, his wife was safe and their daughter, all three people were safe, right? But then suddenly Sanjeev he heard some cries, okay, and who was crying? It was the wife of John. And now who is John? John is the guest house cook. It means there was one of the guest house, and in that guest house there was one cook. The name of the cook is John. So now the wife of John, she was crying for some help, and Sanjeev he heard those cries. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her. So Sanjeev he is a policeman, and you know, when he heard that someone is crying for help and he knew who that person was, she was the wife of John. So when he heard, at that time Sanjeev he jumped into the water. Why? To rescue her, to save her. So Sanjeev he saw that the wife of John, she was crying, right? She was actually crying for help. So Sanjeev jumped into the water just to save her, just to rescue her. So what happened next? But they were both swept away, but Sanjeev he was unable to save him, and at the same time he himself was not able to save himself. It means both Sanjeev and the wife of John, they both swept away because of the waves, because of the tsunami. Okay, so Sanjeev first he was saved, but when he jumped in the water to save the wife of John, at that time he also swept away. Okay, so this is the another story. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. Now we are having one more story, and in this story we are having 13-year-old girl. The girl of the name of the girl is Meghna. So she was also swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. So now you can imagine about the casualty. Now you can imagine about the destruction that was caused because of that tsunami. She spent 2 days floating in the sea holding onto a wooden door. So now Meghna, she was swept away, okay, but she was lucky enough because finally she was having one wooden door and she was floating in the sea and she was holding onto a wooden door, and she spent 2 days in sea. So finally when she was in the sea, so now in the sea she was floating and she was having a wooden door, so she was holding on to that wooden door and she was floating, and she spent 2 entire days in the sea. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. So now when she was floating in the sea, so almost 11 times Meghna, she was able to see relief helicopters overhead. So in this picture you all can see, these are the relief helicopters. So whenever there are some natural calamities, so here you can say tsunami, the scene of tsunami, okay, har jagah you know pani pani hai, and such kind of helicopters, they are there for help. So when Meghna, she was floating in the sea for 2 days, so 11 times she saw that one relief helicopter is there overhead, but they did not see her. But the helicopter, the people who were there in the helicopter, they did not see Meghna. They were unable to see that Meghna, she was floating, she was there down and she was there holding onto a wooden door. So Meghna, she spent 2 whole days in the sea. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze, and finally after 2 days she was brought to the shore by a wave. So another wave was there, another strong giant wave was there, and because of that wave finally she was there on the shore, and now she was found walking on the seashore in a daze, in a very confused situation. Why? Because for the 2 days she was there in the sea, for 2 days she did not eat anything, she did not drink anything, so obviously she was very weak, and at the same time she was having a lot of mental torture, okay, because उसने अपना पूरी family lost कर दी थी, she was having no one, so obviously she was in a very confused situation. But yes, she was lucky enough that she was able to save herself. Almas Javed was 10 years old. Okay, so now we are having one more story, and in this story we are having Almas Javed, and Almas Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump, and this girl, she was a student, so she was only 10 years old, so she was a student of Carmel Convent, and where this school was, it was in Port Blair, and in Port Blair only her father was having a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in Nancorway Island, and now the name of her mother is Rahila, and Rahila's home was in Nancorway Island. Clear? The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. Now the entire family was there. Why? Just to celebrate Christmas. Okay, so पूरी family वहाँ गई हुई थी. Why? Because it was Christmas time. So just to celebrate Christmas, the entire family was there. When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. So we have read already that first of all there was one earthquake that was around 6 a.m. So when early in the morning there was the earthquake, there was the shaking, the earth was shaking. At that time the entire family was sleeping, so they were having no idea that earthquake is there. Alma's father saw the sea water recede, and finally Alma's father, he was able to see that the sea water recede means move back. Okay, so when Alma's father, when he was outside the house, at that time he noticed something very strange. He noticed that the sea water, it was receding, it was moving back. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force, and again it was a very great symptoms that something wrong is about to happen, because जब भी sea water, you know, जब भी पीछे जाता है, whenever sea water is moving back, then it is sure that very soon it will come again, and how? With a very great force. It means suppose ये beach है, okay, this is the beach and this is the boundary of sea. So you know जब sea water की जो boundary है वो ऐसे ऐसे पीछे जाता है, जब sea water ऐसे ऐसे पीछे जा रहा है, okay, then it is sure that it will come again and that too with a great force. So this is a fact. So Alma's father finally he noticed this thing that the sea water it was moving back. So now he was very much sure that something very dangerous is about to happen, because he knew this thing that sea water it would come rushing back with great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. So now her father he was very much sure that very dangerous is about to happen. So obviously he was very much worried. So first of all he woke everyone up and then he tried to rush them to a safer place. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. So when the entire family they were running, they just wanted to go to a safer place. So they were running, and at that time the grandfather of Almas he was hit on the head by something and he suddenly fell down. Her father rushed to help her. So now the father of Almas he saw this thing that the grandfather of Almas he was hit on the head by something and he fell down. So now her father he just wanted to help him, so he rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away, but at that time something very horrible happened. So when Alma's father he was there to help Alma's grandfather, at that time first giant wave, first big wave, first huge wave was there, and that wave swept both of them away. That wave swept Alma's father and Alma's grandfather. Okay, so उस वेव की वजह से दोनों वहाँ से वेव के साथ ही स्वेप्ट अवे हो गए थे. So this is something very horrible scene. It was very dangerous. Alma's mother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out to her. Now the entire family was there. So Alma's mother and her aunts they stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. So one huge coconut tree was also there. So the mother of Almas and the aunts of Almas they stood clinging means holding very tightly. So one coconut tree was there. So all the ladies they were holding the leaves of the tree very tightly and they were calling Almas also that come here, come to us and just to hold the leaves of this tree. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. But now one more wave was there, one more giant wave was there, and that wave uprooted the tree. It means you can suppose the force of the wave that a huge coconut tree it was uprooted because of the force of the wave, and all the ladies they too were washed away. And Alma she was standing there and वो ये सारा सीन देख रही थी. First of all she lost her father, she lost her grandfather, and now she lost her mother and she lost her aunts, and she is only 10 years old girl. Almas saw a log of wood floating, and now finally Almas she saw that a log of wood was there in the water and it was floating. So in this picture you all can see this is a log of wood. So such log of wood was there in the water, it was floating, and now Almas she was able to notice, she was able to look at this log. She climbed onto it, then she fainted. So finally when Almas when she saw this kind of log, at that time she just climbed onto that log and then she fainted. She was so weak and she has seen so much terrible scenes that because of all those things finally she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Karmota, and finally when she woke up, when she was in her consciousness, at that time she was in a hospital. And where was this hospital? It was in Kamota. From there she was brought to Port Blair, and from that place finally she was brought back to her home, and where her home was, it was in Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone, and now that little girl Almas, who is only 10 years old killed. Now not at all she wanted to talk about this incident with anyone, and why we all can understand, because she saw all the horrible scenes when she lost her mother, her father, her grandfather, her aunts, even her entire family. So now we can understand, we can imagine her mental state. Okay, so now she was having no desire to discuss about this incident. She is still traumatized. So what traumatized means? It means greatly shocked. So almost still she is very traumatized, still she is in a very great shock. And yes, we all can understand, we all can imagine that yes, she must be in a very great shock. Okay, so these are some of the stories of that tsunami, and these are only few of the stories, and so many other stories are there, because yes, it was a great destruction that was caused by that tsunami, and there were so many people who lost their life, there were so many children who were orphaned now. Okay, and a lot of other kind of destruction was there that was caused. Okay, so this was the part 1, and we will continue our chapter in the next video. See you in the next video. Thank you.